Here are 4 tips to prevent swimming injuries. I'm Dr. David, orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine specialist, and author of the book, That's Gotta Hurt, The Injuries That Changed Sports Forever. I provide education, information, and commentary on sports and exercise, injuries, injury treatments, and injury prevention for athletes and active people so that you can stay healthy and perform your best. Swimming in the summertime is really popular. A lot of kids participate in club swimming where they're basically swimming for their country club or their neighborhood teams, and they're competing in meets every week or so throughout the summer. I did it for 6 years growing up and I loved it, and honestly it kept me in really good shape. But there are certainly ways you can get hurt, and this is true at the club level, but then you add in the kids that swim for their schools or swim competitively year-round, and you could end up with injuries. So I want to share 4 tips to prevent swimming injuries. The first seems pretty straightforward, but that's to warm up and stretch before every practice and every competition. Do jumping jacks or run in place or something that gets the heart moving and the blood flowing through the muscles. Just 5 or 10 minutes. Not enough to get tired, but enough to warm up, and then stretch the muscles that you're going to use slowly to basically get loosened up. 30-minute stretch, or 30-second, I should say, stretches to just basically warm up. So warming up and stretching before every practice and game, very important. Another one would be to watch your technique. With a lot of the swimming, basically all the swimming, it's repetitive motions. If the technique is perfect, a lot of times you can avoid injury. But if your technique changes just a little bit, you may put stress where it's not supposed to be. You get tired, your technique suffered, you could potentially get hurt. So have a coach really watch your technique. If you start having pain, be especially vigilant of fixing your technique so you're not making the problem worse. So make sure you've got very good technique. A third one would be to basically build in some rehab exercises as part of your training. So, maybe you work with a physical therapist and learn some core strengthening exercises and strengthening exercises for your rotator cuff muscles around your shoulder and your lower back and your quads and your hamstrings and your hip muscles, and then do those maybe 3-4 times a week as part of your dry land training to try to limit the overall stress. Shoulder injuries are the most common injuries that swimmers suffer, probably due to the repetitive nature, the millions of revolutions that a lot of the advanced swimmers have over the course of the year. So adding in some rotator cuff strengthening exercises, a lot like what the professional pitchers do, can be very good to limit injuries. And the last tip I would suggest is get pain checked out. Tell your parents, tell your coaches, or if you are a parent or a coach, talk to your kids about pain and make sure they're telling you about it so that you get it checked out. A lot of these, again, are overuse injuries, so that you can basically get rid of them with some simple changes. Basically, a little bit of rest, maybe some work with a physical therapist. Yeah, maybe even KT taping or something like that, but short-term changes before it becomes a big problem, a serious injury that keeps you out of the pool for weeks or months, or even causes you to need surgery. All right, what do you think? Are there injuries in swimming that you think can be prevented, but maybe you have another suggestion on ways to prevent those injuries? I'd love to hear them. In the comments below this video, share your thoughts. Let me know what you suggest to keep swimmers in the pool and out of the doctor's office. If you like videos like this and you want more information on sports and exercise injuries, injury treatments, and injury prevention, subscribe to my video channel. I record several of these videos every single week, so click the subscribe button in the upper right corner of the page. They'll get delivered directly to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you have a young swimmer that wants to stay healthy, remember to share your suggestions if you have other tips below, and I look forward to seeing you right here next time.